Hey, welcome to another episode of The Goalpost, and I'm joined by my boy Modise. What's happening, man?
What's up, guys? How's it? How's it been? How you go?
I,
How you been doing?
I'm good, bro. You know, you and I go way back, bro. Like, we've known each other since nursery school, dog.
It's very weird, and I knew you'd mention that. And I always say there's
Yeah,
three guys. There's two guys that I know from nursery school, you and Siam. The
yeah,
rest,
and
they
yeah,
knew.
yeah. But otherwise, how was your weekend, bro? Long weekend vibes.
Yeah, no, very sad. I didn't go anywhere. I stayed in Joburg. As you know, I'm from Limps, but I didn't go. I
Yeah,
was still in Joburg. But yeah, it was a very sad and depressing weekend. Not only with United, but
yeah,
also the rugby and
exactly, bro.
yeah, just bro.
Everyone caught L's this weekend. The Springboks first, then Manchester United, then Orlando Pirates from my end. You
I
know, it,
keep
it was just
I
bad.
have bigger problems with Kaiser Chiefs. Story for another day.
Alright. No worries, my G. Okay, let's get cracking, bro. Let's discuss, bro. Man United, dog. I mean, the game this weekend, bro. There's a lot went down. Like, what's your take on the game, bro?
Look, we have a manager who's tactically clueless, in
Yeah,
my mind. He doesn't have a plan. And
yeah,
you see it this weekend, you see it every other game that we play. When we win, yeah, great. But
yeah,
otherwise he does not have a plan tactically. And it's sad how every single team have figured him out. How do we lose to Aston Villa? With
bro.
the team that we have, how do we
Dog.
lose to Aston Villa?
And and you know what's crazy, Woody said, dog, is that we were lucky to lose 1-0. Because in
Exactly.
the first half, Matty, who's this, the guy who plays left back cash, he had an opportunity, bro, at the back post, and he missed that. I don't know how he missed that, bro, because I was like,
Open post, eh?
open
Open
post,
post.
bro. Yeah. And
Open
then back,
post.
yeah, bro. And as well, bro, like even your captain, bro, Maguire, what's going on with the guy, bro? Because ever since actually all the players who played in the Euros for England have not really stepped up this season. Like Badhanan, bro.
Look, Maguire, I must be honest, I didn't like
Yeah,
him. When we bought him, I was like, this guy. And then he played, and then he was injured for a while. Then I saw the gap.
yeah.
Then I said, hey, this guy must come back. Then I saw his performances for England and
Mm,
his impact and what he can do and what he can deliver. He's a good player. I mean, he's
mm.
got a lot of potential. But I think he's trying too hard to be better than Varane. He's not
Yeah,
trying to be Maguire. He's trying to compete with Varane. Varane is king. Just
yeah.
play your game. Be you, let Varane be him. And I'm telling you,
Yeah.
they'll form a solid partnership. And, even when he substituted him, I think in the 66th minute, you already, I mean, what does that do to your captain's confidence also? And you're bringing in Victor Lindelof, who's a hard worker, but
Mhm.
my man, I, I,
Yeah, I know. For
I,
for me, you know what, bro? I don't think okay. I do get people's arguments about Lindelof, about him being passive and not being a physical presence, in defense, But I think with with the right coach, especially if we get a coach that could help us with ball retention, because I think United's big issue mostly is ball retention. It just shows you the combination of Fred and McTominay, which Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, I don't get why he keeps on fucking using those two all the time. It's not working, bro. It really isn't, dog. Especially when it's time for them to advance the ball. We know Fred is not good at advancing the ball. We know McTominay is also not good. I mean, McTominay is a defender for Scotland. When he plays for his national team, he is a defender. That confirms everything about the player. And so for me personally, like there's no patterns of play. We pretty much are just it's vibes, bro. It's vibes and inshallah. It's just the hope. You just hope that Ronaldo might just score that odd goal, because we all know Cristiano Ronaldo, that's his strength, getting the ball in the back of the net. But where's the supply? That's
Okay.
that's another question I was gonna ask you. Yeah, like,
So,
yeah,
so let's start with Fred.
yeah.
Hey.
You don't rate
Aye, aye,
Fred.
aye, 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 aye. Fred has let me
Yeah,
down too many times. You know, I had faith in Fred. Last season,
yeah,
people were saying what they say. Hey, Fred can't pass, he
yeah,
can't do this, he can't retain the
yeah,
ball, as we mentioned. I mean,
yeah,
he's a holding midfielder. But again, a lot of people argue that Solskjaer's playing him out of position. He's a box to
yeah,
box midfielder. Even when we
yeah,
bought him, he was playing box to box. He wasn't playing holding.
yeah,
And I think it was the game where we played Newcastle. I can't remember, where you could literally see Pogba telling
yeah,
him, "Move this way, do that,
yeah,
watch this guy, do." And I mean, at that level, you're being coached on the field of play by your peer. I mean, come
yeah.
on, McTominay. I've got my days with him. I
Oh
think
yeah,
McTominay, for me, sometimes he's a fighter. He scored
yeah,
some crucial goals for us in the past. He's saved us in the past a couple of times. But for me, McTominay is an Everton or a Leicester player, not a United player.
real talk, real
And
talk.
again, it's probably the same with Victor Lindelof. Where if we go back to him, for me, Victor will shine at any other team, not United. United is a big player. It's a big club, my man. It's a
Yeah, it
massive
is.
club.
It is.
And I think with the pedigree of players we've had in the past, holding the defense, where we had versatile players in the past, where, look at Scholes. Who's our
Yeah,
Scholes today?
there really isn't anyone on that level per se. I don't think there is.
Who's our fighter today? Scholes, small guy, fighter.
Yeah,
Rooney up front,
you
deadly.
know,
He fought
yeah.
for the team. Now we've got Fred sitting there, holding, Fred, and
No,
that's
for
why
me, bruh. Yeah, you can
Sorry,
go.
man, but that's why I really thought we'd buy Declan Rice. That's why I
You
really
like
thought
you
we'd buy
like
Declan Rice.
you like rice, dog.
Thing
Uh,
is, if you look at English football, there
yeah,
has to be a premium English player in every team. Currently, for us, the premium player we bought is Sancho. I hope we
yeah,
talk about him as well in his current
yeah,
performances,
yeah.
right? But Declan Rice, they rate him highly in England, so they're gonna sell him to the big four.
Ah,
Honestly, I'd rather play Rice than play Fred,
yeah.
if I'm
Of
honest.
course. Me personally, I think with Fred starts for Brazil, guys. He starts for the Seleção, which is a team that's better than England on paper and even
Sharp.
in play. There's a reason, and the reason why Fred does well in the Seleção is that he's paired with a guy who can progress the ball in Casemiro.
Casemiro, that's my
Yeah.
exactly.
You see, right now you're pairing Fred with a guy who can't progress the ball in McTominay. For me, I feel like okay, Fred, yes, he hasn't been playing well. I do get that, But the only reason why I'm defending Fred is that I still believe that if he is coached, not by his teammate, but by a manager, you know,
Hmm.
and a manager who can come in and set up a system that can hide his deficiencies. Because of Fred, he shouldn't be receiving the ball from deep because we know that his first touch is bad. And most teams, what they do is that they press Fred all the time. You saw against Wolves, bruh. You press Fred all the time, and you'll get dispossessed. Whereas if we had a guy next to him, in for instance, with me, I believe Donny van der Beek, who's someone who's
Thank you.
good. Donny,
Yes.
Donny, Donny, for me personally, I feel like he's being mistreated at our team. Donny is someone who can actually play ball. He plays ball to feet. He's got a brain. He can break a press. I'm not sure if you've seen Kovacic for Chelsea. Whenever two guys
Yes.
come in Kovacic, he's able to like get the ball and just turn them and break the
And move.
press
And
and
move.
move.
Yes.
You see, so Fred needs to be
Mm.
playing with someone who does that. Like
He had a
right now.
Bunny.
Yeah, sorry.
No,
Oh no,
go.
sorry. No, I'm just saying. Like right now, the players who Fred plays with, okay, the person who is paired with, it doesn't help him as a player, him playing with McTominay. You know, it's like the same thing with, remember when Lampard was managing Chelsea. Kante looked like a terror. He looked out of it, Kante, to a point where
Mm,
Chelsea fans were like, Kante needs to
mm.
go. But then when you pair Kante with Jorginho, who is someone who can progress the ball, the old Kante is back. Oh, Ballon d'Or winner. And you know, Chelsea fans, some of them, the screws are loose. You know, they're like, there's a boy of mine who Mike, he's a diehard Chelsea supporter. I even told him, bro, that when Tuchel came and he paid Kante with Jorginho, I was like, Kante is gonna go back to his old ways, because that's how he was at Leicester. He had Drinkwater. Drinkwater was the one who normally progressed the ball. Kante was the ball winner, and he always won the ball in the final third, which makes it easier
Yes,
for Charles
yes.
for Leicester to hit a
Break the.
counter. So for me, that's what I think we should be using Fred as. Similar to Kante. I'm not saying he's Kante. He's nowhere near that level. But I feel like if he's coached, he can reach those levels. That's just my opinion on Fred.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I watched Donny's little cameo. I think it was in the Carabao Cup.
Yeah.
Oh my
West
man.
Ham.
Oh my man, that guy played
Yeah.
well, and and
Yeah.
and the way he can, and yes, we had an on and off game, but the way he can use both feet for me at that
Yeah.
level, the way he can read the game, the way he can kill and beat players. I'm a typical South African, my man. Yeah.
Yeah.
So even
No
when I
doubt.
watch English football, I
Mm.
tend to think your first touch is the most important touch of any football game. Donny's first touch is is out of this world. And then you look at
Yeah.
Fred, whose first touch, like you said, when they press him, his mind goes that way. Now he doesn't know whether I must use my left or my right. And
Yeah.
maybe if they give him, because he does have some nice passes, I must say.
Yeah.
He does tend to supply here and there some
Yeah.
killer passes. But for me, I still say Fred is not for United.
Oh,
Bring
you
on
think?
Donny, play Donny as holding, kick Fred out the team, my man. Let's play two strikers up
Ah,
front. I'm telling you, let's play two
yo.
strikers up front and we move.
Personally, I feel as if, you see, if we get either, let's say Zidane, ideally I'd like Zinedine Zidane, only because he can handle the egos in the change room. What can you tell Zidane as a
Yeah,
player? Jack shit. You can't
yeah.
say anything to Zidane. I
Even
feel as
Ronaldo.
if, yeah, even what can Ronaldo say? I mean, of course, Zidane has more Ballon d'Ors, but Ronaldo has more Ballon d'Ors,
Has
but
more
Zidane has
Ballon d'Ors,
also won
yeah.
Ballon d'Ors and he's won a World Cup and retired even in his prime. Zidane retired when he was still one of the best midfielders in the world when he retired. So for me, I just feel as if Zidane would be our manager, there's a lot of changes that will occur in our team, bro. Players that normally start will no longer start. For instance,
Like who?
for instance, right now, Man United, our front three, we have Greenwood, we have Ronaldo, and let's say Rashford is fully fit. Most probably Solskjaer would start Rashford. Those three players, their first instinct is to shoot. That's the first instinct. When they're in the box, is to go at a player and shoot. In this weekend's game, you saw Greenwood. Greenwood, there were chances where he was meant to pass. But the reason why he didn't pass is because his first instinct, because he's a striker, is to shoot, instead of square the
I
ball.
chief.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
That's the
No, I
reason why.
agree with you,
Yeah, yeah,
but I mean
yeah,
he's playing at the highest level, my man.
yeah. Which
I mean,
yeah.
you could see Bruno's open. You've got a tight angle. Yes, you've
You
scored one
see,
or two goals. You've scored one or two goals from that tight angle. But you can see this man is you cannot beat him. Release the
yeah.
ball.
You
There
see,
was a point where,
yeah,
and I know I interrupted you, but I'll go back to
yeah,
your point. There was a point where he played and he realized that he can't beat these two men. By the time he's supposed to release to Ronaldo, Ronaldo's offside.
you see,
What
yeah.
happened to that ball?
You see what I
But anyway,
mean?
go on. No,
You
go
see,
on, man.
our issue right now is balance, bro. Because we can't, unfortunately, bro. Even with Bruno's first instinct, he's like Lampard. Lampard was a goal scoring midfielder. He never thought
Mm,
of passing first. And so the issue now,
mm.
we've got a front four of guys who are gunmen, who don't think of supplying to one another. That is an issue. You see, when you look at Ronaldo at Real Madrid, Benzema is a striker naturally. But Benzema, because he's got great link-up play, he always thought CR is someone who can finish better than I do. First things first is that if I'm in space and I am able to look up, I have to try find CR first. But if there isn't no Ronaldo, is where I take a shot. And that's the reason why Benzema and Ronaldo worked so well for Real Madrid, is because Benzema was a pass first, shoot second type player. Now, in our team, we've got a problem where we've got four really good players. I'm not gonna say they whack in any way, It's just that they don't complement each other. And this is a team sport. I always tell gents, team sports, you guys have to always prioritize the team. And for me, a Jadon Sancho in Greenwood's position there, Jadon would have passed to
Clean.
would have. That's because that's his
Clean.
instinct. That's his first instinct to Jadon. Jadon is like, I must pass to this guy because that's what I normally do. I'm an assist maker. I'm a person who looks to find players first before I actually go for goal. And so right now, Solskjaer, that's the reason why I question him as a manager. Bro, like our team is not balanced enough, bro. And we're gonna have these issues. It's like same thing with Ronaldo and Van Nistelrooy. Van Nistelrooy hated playing with Cristiano Ronaldo because he was used to David Beckham supplying him crosses all the time. Here comes this young 18-year-old who's taking on players. When it's time for him to pass, he's killing niggas. He's not even thinking of passing to you. That's the reason why Fergie was like, you know what, Van Nistelrooy, you're in your prime, but my G, for the future, I have to let go of you and promote this player. And so now, I just feel like United, at the moment, that's why I say we have the personnel for me. I won't say we 100% there, but our squad is fire, bro. On paper, bro, we are amazing. It's just that now we just need a tactician. We need someone who can set up a team that is balanced, that can now play as one. And for me, I know this is going to be controversial. I'd play Paul Pogba in a 10. Only because Pogba's first instinct is to pass, bro. Pogba's first instinct is to pass. And imagine the passes he would supply CR if he was at the 10. That if I were manager, I'm sorry, I love Bruno, but bro, like CR would score a shitload of goals if Pogba is playing behind him. That's just my opinion. Yeah. Yeah, you can go, bro.
My man.
Yeah.
When you speak about Pogba, you touch my heart. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear.
When you speak about Pogba, you touch my heart, my man. I hope you can hear me. Can you hear me clearly?
Yeah, I can.
Okay. Yeah, you touch my heart because I was telling a guy this weekend, a friend of mine, Pogba makes football look easy. Pogba, the way he beats players, it's like there's no effort. The way he passes the ball, it's like there's no effort. The way he reads the game, there's no effort. When he shoots, he scores.
Yeah.
When he shoots, it's on target. When he shoots, it's almost about to go in. Maybe just slightly over, slightly. He doesn't just shoot. His first instinct is to pass. That's why he has 7 assists. Now.
Thank you. You see what I'm saying?
Pogba is a footballer, my friend. He's a pure footballer. Pogba, I can play him goalkeeper. He'll kill him. I can play him left back, right back, center. So for me, Pogba, as long as he's in the middle of the park, I'm happy. Yes, maybe, but you can't play him at 10 because of Bruno. You can't. You have to play Bruno at 10. Where are you going to play Bruno? You're going to bench Bruno.
Me, personally.
Yeah.
I would, bro, for me, Pogba is a priority, dog, over every single player. Not because he's my favorite player at United, but bro, you even see him for France. All the time. It's either Pogba is either he's gonna make the pass before the assist. Remember that pass against Germany, that one where he hit it with the side of the foot, bro. Did you see that ball, bro, to Pogba? You see, Pogba, it's either he's gonna make a pass before the assist or he's going to assist. It's between the two It's between the two
Yeah.
um um situations. Like that's one thing about me, bro. Like I like flair players. You see, that's why when we signed Sancho, I was happy that we signed Sancho personally because it's flair. Paul Pogba flair. Even I know I'm not sure if you are Martial in, but I'm a person
I,
I like Martial. I like
I,
Martial.
There I will
and that
disagree.
and
Please.
only because you see front three of Martial, Ronaldo, and Sancho would mean that Ronaldo would get and then Pogba behind, bro. Ronaldo is feasting, dog. He is
Would
scoring
you
plus 20.
bench Bruno? That's my question. Would you
Me,
bench Bruno?
if I'm Zidane, I can
Yeah.
bench anyone, bro, because I'm Zidane.
Yes. And would you bench Bruno in the current with the United squad? Remember, you've got a squad, a
Yeah,
crowd.
yeah, yeah.
You
No,
saw that pass that he supplied Ronaldo with when we played Newcastle.
oh yeah, yeah. And
You
even
saw
young
that
boys.
supply. And
Yeah,
young
yeah, yeah.
boys.
But
Would you
you see,
bench Bruno?
me, okay, I'd coach him I'd make him understand that Bruno, my G, you can't constantly take these because at times Bruno thinks he's playing rugby. He's going for those 50-meter. You remember that shot that he took against who are we playing? I think it was Newcastle where he just shot from. I'm like, bro, there's no need to
No,
do
it was
that,
West
my
Ham in
G.
the Carabao Cup.
You see, bro. Like for
Bruno
me,
has a chip.
ish, yo, bruh. Like for me, I just think with Bruno, he just needs to be coached, bro. Like a lot of our players in our team, they need to be coached. And even David De Gea once even said this, but he said it undercover. That's the
Mm,
reason why
mm.
I feel like him and Solskjaer, the reason why they stripped him of the armband
Clash.
is because De Gea has won the Premier League. I always tell people, y'all forget that De Gea won the Premier League with
Mm,
Fergie. Fergie's final season, De
mm.
Gea was our number one, and he's won the league. He knows how it feels like to lift that trophy. Whereas majority of our squad, besides Uba and Phil Jones, who is just enjoying his wage on the bench, that one dog. Another
Who
topic
doesn't
of
want to give a run number 4? Hey,
exactly,
no,
dog.
he's
Him,
better
yeah,
than that.
yeah, that one is better. But those two are the only two players in our squad that have actually. Actually, Ronaldo. Why am I forgetting? Ronaldo three-peated. He won 3 in a row. Yeah,
Yeah.
so it's Ronaldo, thingy, De Gea, as well as Jones. They know how it feels like. And for me, Modise, I foresee a situation where Ronaldo and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, bro, there's gonna be a clash eventually, where Ronaldo's gonna be like, look, my G, what's going on, dog? Like, what game plan do we have? Because I'm isolated. Because Ronaldo was isolated over the weekend, and he wasn't getting any supply because your homeboy Greenwood, nah, he's playing wing and he's looking to shoot instead of to cross. Because Greenwood can cross, bro. He can take set pieces. But I think because he's a kid, he still needs to be coached. He needs to be sat down and told, hey, Greenwood, my G, you really need to change your way of play, for the better of the team. I think you're frozen, bro. Oh my gosh, this dude is frozen on a live stream. Let me just check up on him, guys. While you're at it, please like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. I just want to quickly, hit him up. I just did before me that he's frozen. Yeah, but anyway, guys, like with Manchester United, oh yo, you back.
Yeah,
What
sorry, I
up?
don't know what happened. I haven't changed networks yet.
Oh yeah. You were frozen momentarily, yeah, bro. But anyway, Doc, did you have anything to say, bro?
Sorry.
Before you're frozen.
Yeah, so I want to talk about two people. Greenwood. Now,
Yeah, Greenwood. Yeah.
for me, it's time we bench Greenwood. I think Greenwood scored a couple of goals, and Solskjaer gave him a little chip. And even last season, he made a couple of comments about how Greenwood's for the future. Even when he was underperforming, when he played badly, he never benched him. He never took him off. So Greenwood now has a chip on his shoulder that I'm gonna play or I'm gonna start or I'm gonna come in either way. So it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Why aren't we playing Lingard? A smarter player who performed for West Ham, who came in a couple of times for us now, and he's performed. What are you doing to his confidence? You're starting Sancho, who I love. I love Sancho, but he's not
Hmm.
performing. It's the truth. Sancho today
Yeah.
is not up to Premier League standard. And I'm telling you, Sancho's going to get there. He's
Yeah,
going
I
to
will.
kill the Premier League. He's going to shine very soon. Let him adjust,
Yeah.
let him find his feet, and then he's going to come to the party. But now it's time to drop Greenwood. And once we drop Greenwood and we bring in Lingard, Lingard is going to build off Ronaldo and we're going to kill it. Let's not talk about Martial. For me, Martial is not even in my squad. Cavani will come in
Ah.
as a sub and be that
What?
impact striker and kill it. We need
Ah.
people who can score goals, my man. Can
Hey,
Martial
man.
score?
He can, bro. He's just.
When?
He's just. Um. It's been a while, but I feel like there's still a player in Martial, bro. I think I'm the only one out of all the people I have had on this show who still is Martial FC. I'm still Martial FC personally, bro. I still believe there is a player in that kid. You know, I just ish, man. Of late, man, it's just ish. He's basically making me look bad because I keep vouching for him. But brother, there is a player. I can't even justify why I think he is. Okay, fine. Let's talk about his strengths. Martial's hold up play,
Pace.
you know, pace, of course, and dribbling. But I think that has declined because he gained mass. You know, I'm always against this thing of gaining, because you slow down as a player, bro. Just be a reasonable, like reasonable, and ensure that your pace is still there, bruh. So I still think his link up play is also very underrated. Martial is very good at linking up with players. That's why if you'd have a Martial, um, Pogba, and who's this guy? Sancho situation, bro. The link up play between those three guys, bro. Oh, who would be playing sexy football. Remember Lingard's goal against Newcastle, where Pogba passed and then Martial was like, hey, he left it for Lingard, and then Lingard
Lingard.
killed the defender first before he finished. Those sort of goals we'll see. Team goals, bro. Like, that's what's lacking in our squad. Right now, we're just relying on individuals to bail us out. And of late, these individuals aren't bailing us out at all, bruh.
Let's dissect it. Who was our
Yeah,
number one striker before Cavani came?
it was Lingard. I'm sorry,
Mm,
Martial.
Martial. What did
Yeah,
he do? How many
he
games
scored.
did he play?
Okay, he got injured. Yeah, a lot. Ish, lived better.
We cannot sit here and say he's not had his chance. He has.
Man.
He's
Ish,
had, for me, take, you see, there are certain players that will shine at other teams.
yeah,
Take Martial to Everton.
not
Take him
Everton
to
though.
bloody Arsenal then. Let
Yes.
him go play there somewhere in London, North London.
Are you
I'm
guys
telling you.
guys will regret this, eh? We'll regret this. We'll be looking back and
Ah,
be
man.
like, why did we let go of this guy? Why is he so hot at this team, man?
The person will regret losing, that we will lose next season if we don't get a new manager, is Lingard. Lingard
Yes,
will kill us. As a
eh,
team, he will torture us. And yes, he's
yes,
had, like every other player, he's had his bad moments.
yeah,
He's
yeah,
not consistent. He's had his bad moments. Look at Luke Shaw. Where does Luke Shaw come from?
yeah.
Now,
I
Luke
know.
Shaw, for me, is possibly the best left back they have in the Premier League. Possibly.
Wow, bro.
We can argue. We can argue. But Luke Shaw,
Best
consistency. Chief, he's benching Ben Chilwell. Everybody
for
there in
England.
England, he's benching them. They bought Tellies
Yeah,
now. Last season, we bought Tellies. We thought he's going to come and give him competition. What is he doing? He's playing Carabao Cup.
yeah, but he's gonna start now because Luke Shaw is injured. That's the issue
That's
with
all.
Luke
And
Shaw.
then he's not going to perform. Luke Shaw's going to come back and bench.
Ah, bro, what makes you think Tellez is not gonna perform? I think he will perform.
Tell it.
Tellez,
Nigga.
Tellez,
Yeah,
Tellez. The thing is that you see, I feel like Tellez and even Dalo are two players who we can use if we're playing a back three. You know, because
Dalo,
at
yeah.
least, yeah, But even Telles, bro, why are you sleeping on Telles? Telles knows how to deliver the ball, and Ronaldo hasn't even scored a header for United. Or because we're not even crossing the ball. We're not playing to his strengths, bro. We're not playing it in the air, bro. Because in the air, we all know CR is one of the greatest. He's up there, top 5 of all time when it comes to using his head.
Number one of all time.
Yeah,
Number one. With his head. That man
with his
can
head.
jump higher than yo. I don't know.
Yeah.
He can jump, that man. No, look, maybe I
Yeah.
haven't given Tellez a chance. I must be honest.
Yeah.
But a player that I've seen, even for Portugal, even at his time last season at AC Milan, Dalot, we can play him left back, we can play him right back. Put
Yeah.
and he's young. Put the boy
Yeah.
in. One
Yeah.
Bissaka, we're overplaying him. We're
Yeah. Yeah.
overplaying One Bissaka, and I think we've seen the best of One Bissaka at United. So I think if we bench him 2 games, Nyana, he'll wake up. And now with the
Yeah.
red card in thingy, then maybe
Champions.
maybe
Yeah.
he'll wake Champions League. He'll wake up a bit. But again, maybe I haven't given Tellez a chance, but for me, I'll bring on Dalot to replace Luke Shaw,
Oh.
not Tellez.
Okay, fine. Let me just show you. Like I just wanted us to switch our conversation to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and his experience, bro. I'm not sure if you can see this. Okay,
I can
sorry.
see clearly.
Yeah, clearly, right. You don't wear glasses, right? Or do you?
No, I don't wear those things.
Oh, you don't. I bet. So let me just do this. Yeah, you can see, right? So you see
Yeah,
Ole
I
Gunnar
can see.
Solskjaer. This is basically his CV as well as the CV of the guys that are under him. So he's the manager. We know that he failed at Cardiff and won uh, at Molda because he had the best resources there. So
Yeah,
essentially, it's what's currently happening now. Like Solskjaer has been backed out of all the managers that we've had post Fergie. He's been given time. He's been backed thoroughly. Then you have his assistant manager, Mike Feeling, who failed at Hull and was assistant to Sir Alex Ferguson. Yes, he was assistant, but football has changed. I feel like Mike Phelan still has the old 1964 type football where you play with passion and heart. And football has changed. We passion and heart doesn't win you jack shit nowadays, bro. You need to play football, bro. Look at your cities, look at your Chelseas, look at your Liverpools. Those teams are teams that just know how to play football. It's not this thing of playing with heart. That's not really the number one thing that makes them win. It's just because they well coached and they play as a unit. And then when you look at the first team coaches, Michael Carrick, very little experience. Kieran McKenna,
fair,
very little experience. And
fair.
then Mark Dempsey. Mark Dempsey is a long-time Ole Gunnar Solskjaer assistant, failed with Ole at Cardiff, and also got sacked. He was coaching a Division 2 team in Norway and got sacked. These are the people that are running Man United right now, bro. Like, so far, so bad. Not even so good. Like, yeah, better, straight up. And then you've got Martin Pert, was part of the failed Cardiff staff with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, worked in the MLS before Ole brought him into United. Dude has zero experience as well. And then senior goalkeeping coach, Richard Hartis, part of the failed Cardiff staff again. And he replaced David De Gea's longtime coach. Remember, De Gea was on fire,
Yes.
especially under LVG and Mourinho,
Mm,
when he
mm,
was unstoppable. They replaced
mm,
the dude who used to train him with this guy. So that
mm.
tells you a lot about his form in recent seasons, why it has dipped. I'm not saying that here is terrible. I still think he's good enough to be a United goalkeeper. It's just that he's not on the level that he used to be.
He
Back in
used
the
to be.
day,
Or that
the
he
hair
should
used
be at.
should be. Yeah, actually, let me use the word
Mm,
should be because he's still
mm,
young. The hair is 30, 31. He's still a kid, bro.
mm.
Yeah, and then we've got our senior. Okay, no, we've covered the senior goalkeeping coach. Then we have the goalkeeping coach, Allen,
Alan
who,
Fittis.
yeah, Fittis, yeah, working at United since 2011. I think that's the only guy who I can actually. one of the two guys who I can say, deserves to be there because at least they've got the experience, you know. And then you've got who's this head of performance, Richard Hawkins, working at United since 2008. Even with him, I also think at least he's been there. He's since 2008. He's seen us win the Champions League. So this person, at least, he understands where we should be. Fitness coach, uh, Paolo Gaudino, sorry, Paolo Gaudino. Um, Working at United since 2012. He's also fine. Charlie Owen promoted from the under 18, so I'm not really sure who he is, and yeah, him. And then there's Michael Clegg, played at United 20 years ago, son of former fitness coach. Nepotism. The only experience in football came at Sunderland in '06. His CV is that he was Ole's teammate and his father worked at United. So, like, that just confirms to you
Connection. Okay.
connection, plug. And
Yeah.
then first team led sports scientist is Edward Lang. So he spent 4 seasons at Melbourne FC before he worked at Spurs. You see, listen to that, bro. Like, these guys here, bro, aren't, hey man, like, dog, there isn't anyone besides the guys who, like, the fitness coach, the head of human performance, who I can say that, you know what, these guys, like, they're of the standard of Man United. That's just something that I actually read up on. I saw this on Twitter the other day, bro, and I was just surprised, man, that wow, like, these are the people that are at our team.
A
Yeah,
team of that caliber, and
my
we have
G.
a manager, and it's what I said to you. This guy
Yeah,
went to Cardiff, then he went to Mold,
yeah.
and then he came to United.
It's nice, bro.
We
Nice
couldn't
life.
back David Moyes, who was at Everton for what, 11 years,
Yeah,
headhunted by Sir Alex, brought in,
yeah,
and we couldn't back him financially.
yeah,
We couldn't give him what he needed.
yeah. Same thing
Mourinho,
with
he needs money.
LVG. Yeah,
Yeah, same thing with LVG. Mourinho needs money. Now you've pumped
yeah.
money into this guy who does not. We've got a gap in midfield, my man, and he's not buying a midfield.
You see, and has had gang time. Like, he has had the time to sign this midfielder that we need, and still we didn't buy one. You know, so clearly, bruh.
Look, if I'm honest with you, I think it's okay to have Carrick there, and maybe we're not seeing his impact, but based on the history we have with Carrick as a United player and what he's done for United, I would keep him there as a first team coach to develop him, but I would have somebody stronger to support him, to grow him, so that eventually you have a Carrick that can take over as manager, but as a key manager. But by that time, you would have trained him and taken him through the paths and the routes to get there. Now, I mean, do we even have a technical director? Who's the leader of this crop?
Yeah, I think it's Darren Fletcher. Yeah, it's Darren Fletcher. Can you imagine?
Darren Fletcher, my man, did you rate him at United?
No, 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 no.
My
I didn't
point.
at all.
Exactly, my point. We need people
Yeah,
that we rated. I mean, we
yeah.
need key people. We need to fetch Van der Sar from Ajax. We need
Ajax.
to fetch him.
Thank you. Yeah,
You need to fetch those guys that impacted. Rooney's struggling now with Derby. He's struggling. Fetch a guy that had an impact on the team, that delivered, and that wants to win at all costs.
true.
Ronaldo, you're right. Ronaldo's going to fight with Ole. Ronaldo's a serial winner. There's no
Yeah,
time to be losing Carabao Cup because uh, Ole can only depend on Bruno.
you
Ole
see.
can only depend on Bruno. And I wanted to go back and mention to you that for me, Bruno, what is killing him now is Bruno has this chip on his shoulder that I'm the best at United, at a big team, and nobody can tell me. If you come here, you're under me. And for me, Bruno's killing it because Pogba's better than Bruno, in my opinion. right? But the manager has given him that thing. You've just got here, now you're vice captain. You've just
Mm,
got here. It's either you're captain, and every game you're gonna play. Carabao Cup, when it's hectic, when shit is hitting the fan, we bring on Bruno to do something, and he does nothing. Yeah, no, our coaching stuff. Hey, Chief, we need a revamp. And I wanted to ask you, you rooting for Zidane? I'm rooting
yeah.
for Antonio Conte.
Okay. Well, now what's your reasons for content?
Conte again is a serial winner. Conte went to Chelsea and did what?
One, yeah, FA Cup and league.
Conte went to Inter Milan. One season. One.
Yeah, and won the league. Yeah, 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 yeah.
He's a serial winner. He's got the experience. He's been around. He's dealt with players. And I get it. Maybe from an ego perspective, you need a Zidane. But Conte will bench you. Conte will show you. Conte is like a Mourinho. I'll
Yeah.
show you I'm in charge. I don't care if you're Ronaldo,
But
if you're whoever. I'll show you that I'm the boss here.
but I feel like
But
Zidane did the same with Bale. It was like Bale and James Rodriguez. They also sat on the
but
bench, and then he
but it killed their
promoted,
careers.
promoted Lucas Vasquez, who was an unknown cat, and he came on and did the job when he was required. So for me, they're very close, like Modise. Like, yeah, but if we get content, you see, right now, because I'm desperate for a coach, I'd take any of the two. I won't lie to you, bro. Any of the two, definitely they can pull through. I've said this on numerous occasions. I was speaking to a few of my Arsenal friends,
So,
who of course they've also got their issues, but they were just asking like between content and that. I was like, guys, I'm biased towards Zidane because he's my favorite player of all time. Like my childhood was amazing because of that guy. And like I really enjoyed watching him play. I like guys who dictate play, especially for his national team. For France, when he wears that armband, it gives him super saiyan powers and he just takes
mm,
over. Yeah, I just like players who take over games and who influence other players to also up their level. Because when Zidane is on the field, everyone plays well. He's like a general. So I'm into players who are like that. And so that's part of the reasons. Okay, and of course he's won 3 Champions Leagues. I mean, you don't just win 3 Champions Leagues. And then there was a season where they sold Ronaldo. His team wasn't as strong as the team that won the Champions League, but he still managed to win La Liga. And last season he finished a point behind Atletico Madrid, and as well reached the semi-finals of the Champions League, only to lose to Chelsea, if I'm not mistaken. Did Chelsea knock Real
yes.
Madrid out? Yeah, you see what I'm saying?
Yes, Chelsea.
Yeah, and Chelsea ended up winning the entire tournament. So both coaches are exceptional. I'm just leaning towards Zidane because Badish. Zidane hits my heart. You see how Pogba
Juventus.
hits.
Juventus.
Yeah. I know, bro.
Uh,
In closing,
yeah,
bro, what else would you like to mention? Because hey, bro, we've actually went way over the time limit that I initially
no
said.
stress, my man.
Yeah,
No, in closing, firstly, I'm worried about the team. I'm
yeah,
scared to face Thomas Tuchel as things stand.
bro.
Uh,
Yeah,
I'm not scared of Pep because we beat Pep before, but I'm scared of Tuchel
all
and I'm
right.
scared of Klopp.
Yeah.
That's so top four finish guaranteed, I would say.
Mm.
But yeah, I'm scared. Champions League, we're going out to young boys. Back to Europa again. We're gonna lose another final against Barcelona.
So you think Barca are gonna be the Europa winners, dog? Yeah.
Barca's gonna come sixth in La Liga even.
Shit. Okay. That's a bold statement. But with me, I not. You say you fear those coaches. I fear Unai Emery on Wednesday. Dog. Like it's gonna
Yeah,
be it's gonna be so embarrassing if these guys get a result against us. Like, I have a feeling that they're gonna beat us, bruh. And you know what's crazy is that we play Atalanta next, and Atalanta can play, bro.
pace,
Gasperini, woo,
pace. They can
bro.
run. Can I
Yeah,
ask you to name your starting 11 for Wednesday?
for Wednesday, my deal starting 11. Okay, so in goal, of course, it's David. Right back will be by default Dalo because
Hello.
Wan Bissaka got a straight red. Then we'll have most probably Maguire as well as Lindelof because of sorry. Who's this guy? Not
I was
Maguire,
even
man.
gonna say yo, Varane.
Varane. Yeah, Varane.
Yeah, and
Lindelof
Maguire.
because Maguire is injured. Remember,
Oh,
he got a
Maguire's
knock.
injured. Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
injured. So I think they're gonna start Lindelof, and then we're gonna have Teles on on left back because our left
Yo.
back is injured. Ah, come on, Modise, relax, bro, relax. And then in midfield, I'd have Donny, and I'd have Donny and Matic because of ball
Okay.
retention. Because of ball
I like
retention.
Matic, so I
Yeah,
like Matic.
yeah. For ball retention purposes, I'd
Mm,
have those two, and then I'd have Paul Pogba on the left. I'd have Bruno
mm,
in the middle. I'd have Sergio on the right, personally, because I do agree with you. Greenwood needs to, sit down a bit, and reassess his game a bit. And then, of course, Mr. Champions League, CR7
himself, the
himself, bro.
legend.
He's we that's the thing about CR. He's gonna score, bro. You give him an opportunity, he's gonna finish, guaranteed. Like that's why I have no doubts about him. I just need us to supply him, bro. Like if we can just supply him properly, we will get the best out of CR. So that's my team, bro. I think that team should be able to beat Villarreal. Should, but Man United, man.
Look,
Yeah.
quickly, I would probably swap Lindelof and Bailey.
Okay, that's also fine.
Probably,
That's fine
probably
as
swap.
well.
And the thing with this back four that we're naming now, which is probably, and the one you just mentioned will probably start.
Mm.
But the thing is, they've never played together.
Who?
You've got Deloy on the
Yeah.
right, because
Mm.
Wan-Bissaka. You've got
Yeah.
Tellez on the left. Deloy has come in 10 minutes here, 5 minutes there. Tellez, same. Ne? Then you've got a new centre back partnership for a
Mm.
crucial Champions League game. And there's nothing we can do. Sharp, we move on.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's why you're right. You'd need the experience of Matic holding
Mm-hmm.
with Donny. But
Yeah.
they'll rather, I'm telling you, he's probably going to play Fred
Ish.
and
And McTominay.
probably McTominay or Donny. I would think you'd
Ish.
play Donny.
Ish, man. Please.
I would think you'd play Donny.
Yeah.
And again, for me with Pogba, I want Pogba through the middle. I don't like Pogba on the wings, man. I
Yeah.
want to see Pogba dominate the middle of the park. That's the thing. But
Yeah.
yeah, no, and again, he won't bench Greenwood, so Greenwood will be on the right.
Hey, man.
Yeah, but yeah, man, I guess we'll see, man. Good luck.
Yeah.
We've
Yeah.
got bigger problems with our local teams as well, so let's see how
Yeah.
that goes.
No worries, bro. Thank you so much for availing yourself, Modise and dog. Hopefully,
No
you can
stress.
feature more frequently. I'll also have you maybe whenever I have my other United fans. Sorry, United
Yeah,
friends rather, where we'll
yeah.
just have a discussion. Especially with the Martial thing because you guys, man, y'all need to leave Martial alone, man. But anyway, guys, please like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel. This is the
Boom.
Goalpost and we are. Peace out.
Thank you, brother.